We're here with Max Zangan. Today, we're going to be telling you our awards predictions for the 2021 season. I believe Rookie of the Year is tonight, and after that, it's just going to be like one after the other in the next days. And then also all MLB teams. So I'm ready to start. Do you want to go with what do you want the order to be?
You go first.
Okay.
Your
I-
show.
I'll start off with NL MVP. Um, I think it's gonna be close. I think Juan Soto is definitely in the race, but I think Bryce Harper comes out. He had a 309 batting average, which is I feel like usually higher than what he has. Um, he led the league in OPS and OPS plus at 1.044 and 179, which are two really good numbers. He already won a Silver Slugger this year, and he carried a really bad Phillies offense to a winning season and almost a shot at the postseason. Um, because I mean, there's really no one else on that Phillies offense. I mean, Reese Hoskins maybe, but he did not have that great of a year. So, and I think he was hurt. So, my NL MVP is Bryce Harper.
I'm gonna go a different route, and I'm gonna say Juan Soto. And I believe Juan Soto is the greatest hitter in this generation in the league right now.
Okay.
He came in for Washington, played 151 games,
Right.
29 home runs. Only had I think like 10 at the break, but he said that home run derby got him going. A
Okay.
313 average, a 465 on base, a
Yeah, that's crazy.
504 slugging, and a 163 weighted runs created plus. And on Fangraphs, opening Fangraphs, he has 6.6 WAR. And one more thing about him is he had a great defensive year. He was in the 86th percentile of outs above average.
Right.
So this has been his best defensive year. He had a 999 OPS. He almost broke 1,000, which I think the only person to do that was Bryce Harper. So,
Right.
he's not. He's not really striking out much. 14.2%. That's like lower than league average,
Right.
but he's walking 22% of the time.
His on base percentage is crazy.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. His defense is
His defense this year has been
way
phenomenal.
better.
There have been some matchups that are bad, but otherwise,
Yeah, because he was a subpar defender, honestly, in previous years. All right, we'll move on to AL MVP. There's one option.
I think this is.
I'll say this though, Vlad Guerrero had such a good year. The problem is it's just that he can't pitch, which makes it's gonna be really hard for an AL player to win the MVP if your name is not Shohei Ohtani, just because he can pitch and he hits, and if he keeps it up, he's gonna win the next five. But Shohei Ohtani, he's the pick here. He had 46 home runs and 100 RBIs. Obviously he pitched. He threw 130 innings, a sub 320 ERA, and doing that while winning a Silver Slugger. He had 26 steals. So not only can he hit, he's fast. He had 8 triples, which led the MLB. And I just want to slip this in here. He led the league in intentional walks. So that's pretty crazy as a pitcher.
One thing I want to add in is he was the fourth best person on the base pass too, with a 2.5 BSR,
Right.
the highest of his career.
He's fast. He's really fast.
Yeah, he's really fast. 5.1 F4, just 152 weighted run created plus while being pitching. And you know that first half of the season he was like 310 batting average. I mean, he was crazy. I mean, he did
Right.
slow. He did start to.
His batting average dipped down towards the end of the year for
He
sure.
did start to plateau at the All-Star break, but I mean,
I'll say this though.
his just at the All-Star break, his hitting just got a little worse, but his pitching like kept getting better.
Right. I think at the All-Star break, I don't think Ohtani should have been the AL's starting pitcher. I don't know who it should have been. I don't remember. But I mean, as a marketing strategy for the MLB, that was a genius idea with him leading off, pitching, and being in the home run derby. So that was really and that's a crazy season right there. It's just crazy. For whatever reason, I don't know remember why. I had at the beginning of the year I did not expect him to be so hyped up. I was like, well, he's been in the league for a few years now, so why is it all of a sudden? But I think it's just because he's healthy now and he played a full season and he showed up. So, all right, we filmed this video in the past, and I remember how much you talked about this next guy. My NL Cy Young Award winner goes to Corbin Burns. Max Scherzer had an amazing second half. He had a great start to the first half too, but his second half was crazy in LA. But Corbin Burns, he led the MLB in 6 major pitching categories, including ERA, FIP, and strikeouts per 9. And he was also the ace. He didn't carry this rotation, but he was the ace all year and probably the best starting rotation in baseball. And also helped the Brewers. I mean, that Brewers pitching staff was crazy. So
Corbin Burns had the second highest WAR in the MLB behind Carlos Correa with 7.5 F4. He had a 2.43 ERA. He only walked players 5.2% of the time. And he had so much spin on that cutter. I mean, that
cutter's so nice. It's just perfect.
I mean, a 2.3 FIP. He didn't let up the home run a lot. He only let up 0.38 home runs per 9.
Right.
So, I mean, it's going to take you 3 games, almost just a little less than, or just over 2 games to let up 2 full games. If he pitches 2 full games, he'll most likely not let up a home run.
It's crazy.
1.8 walks per 9 innings with 12.6 strikeouts. That's
12.6. That's the number that really stood out to me. He doesn't seem like he would be such a dominant pitcher, but I mean,
the velocity is in the 81st percentile.
Right.
His spin is in the 100th percentile. So he's got the best spin in the league.
Yeah, it makes sense though.
His K percent is the 97th.
I mean, even besides the cutter, you look at his other pitches, they move disgustingly, and they all complement each other so well, which is why he's so unhittable. I mean,
I think like the only people that are higher than Burns in the strikeout is like Liam Hendricks and maybe Max Scherzer.
Okay, that makes sense. Max Scherzer had a good year. Zach Wheeler had a really good year too.
Yeah. Scherzer and Hendricks are the 2 above.
There you go.
Him, yeah.
I think a couple months ago I thought not the MVP, the Cy Young would be Zach Wheeler, because he was having a crazy hot start.
I was high on Burns this whole year.
You were really.
I saw this coming. I wanted the White Sox to go for him and maybe trade up Nick Madrigal for him, but
you love that Corbin Burns baseball savant page.
Oh yeah, don't worry, it's open right now.
It's open.
It is open right now.
Yeah. But yeah, Corbin Burns. Honestly, Corbin Burns for MVP. That he's unbelievable. He should. I hope he finishes in the top 5. He probably won't, but that would be really sick. When was the last time pitcher won MVP? Was it like Justin Verlander? I don't know if that's true. If that could be 100% lie. All right. Hey, also Young. I'm throwing my bias out the window here. I'm being real. Okay, this one. I'm being unbiased.
The last time that pitcher won MVP was Verlander in 2011. So
there you go. I'm being unbiased. Garrett Cole did have a good season. He just very inconsistent all year. Had some really, really, really bad starts.
I know they don't take in playoffs
but that's
for the playoffs. But that wild card,
it's hard to ignore. It's really hard.
Getting paid $330 million.
That's right. It's honestly unacceptable. I know it's one game. It's just one bad game. He'll probably have another Cy Young caliber year next year because he's just a really good pitcher. But it just felt like Garrett Cole had a down season for whatever reason. It didn't feel like he hasn't been the same since coming to the Yankees. He's been great, but not 2019 Garrett Cole.
He's not bad because of the sticky stuff like that.
And if you look at it, his stats
will just say something.
It could be. I mean, he wasn't the only guy, but he was one of the main guys just to look at in general after the sticky stuff. Once the rule or whatever they finalized it, I mean, his spin rate went down and all of his numbers went up. All the ones that you want to keep low. So you could tell that there was definitely something there with the sticky stuff. But the AL Cy Young Award, I'm giving it to Robbie Ray. He also, just like Corbin Burns, had 6 league-leading categories, and that's for the American League. He led the league in innings. He led in strikeouts, ERA, and WHIP. And kind of the Blue Jays absolutely needed him. Until Jose Barrios got there, he was really their only pitcher in like their entire.
Barrios didn't really do much.
And he didn't do much, but he was the second guy there. Robbie Ray. I mean, they would not have been that good. The offense there is obviously one of the best in baseball, if not the best. I think if they had a better pitching staff, they could have definitely been the number one wild card team. And they were right there anyway. But Robbie Ray was a huge part of that. And it was surprising too. That's crazy how he just broke out this year. But what a great year from Robbie Ray.
I want to say something just about the AL Cy Young. I feel like this Cy Young for the AL in the numbers this year is a little weak.
I agree.
Like, if you look at the three, I think all three NL pitchers top the all the AL pitchers. I mean,
who was the other one?
Lance Lynn.
Oh yeah, but he was out for a while.
It's the first half of the season. It's him all the
Lance
way.
Lynn, yeah, for sure.
But I feel like he was just getting lucky that first half. I mean, but Robbie Ray, phenomenal year, 2.83 ERA, struck out 32.1% of, and only, I mean, he pitched a lot of innings. About Lance Lynn, he only pitched like 150 innings.
Right.
Compared to Ray, who had 193. 3.36 FIP. I mean, that's a little bit up there, but for a Cy Young candidate. But if you look at the other three, it's the lowest. But
I think if it was a tie between all three of these AL Cy Young pitchers, you could bring it down to one stat, and that would be who has got up a home run to Aaron Judge this year.
Okay.
And the one who has not is the name Garrett Cole. So, I mean, I think if it was a tie, Garrett Cole would win it. But Robbie Ray had a better season, and it's a lot of people are saying Garrett Cole's going to win it. I think he will. I think Garrett Cole will win it. I don't think he should win it, though. I just think the MLB will give it to Garrett Cole.
I think he gets second.
He's going to get first or second.
I think it goes Ray, Cole, and then Lynn.
I think that's what should happen. I think Garrett Cole just will win it. For whatever reason, I feel like that's just going to happen. But I believe Robbie Ray should win it. I'm not complaining, though, if he does win it. That's cool. Okay.
AL Rookie of the Year?
Sure, I'll do Rookie of the Year. AL.
Okay. I think AL's.
This is kind of a guy who peaked.
I feel like it's there. I think it's just.
The AL Rookie of the Year is one of the weirdest ones because they gave you.
Rosarina has been in the league since 2019, which.
Right, and like to me that's weird because he played a solid amount. He played like half of the season last year, which is only 30 games. But
141 games. If Rosarina was a real rookie, like made his debut in 2020, that would be his award. But
it's hard to judge him because of the 2021 postseason that he had. It feels like he had a down year, even though it's his first season.
They don't vote. They vote right after the regular. They don't vote based on the postseason.
Right.
So I feel like we need to take that into account. But I feel like just all that experience from 19 and 20, especially in the playoffs for 20 and what he did.
It's not as impressive.
Yeah, but I feel like he just can't. Yeah, I feel like you just can't give him that much with all that experience.
Right. I think it's weird though because the three guys they got out, it was Rosarina, Franco, and Luis Garcia. Right.
Yeah.
And those are like the three guys. I don't know if somebody else can win it, but I think Adolis Garcia should win it. He definitely peaked at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he fell off.
He fell off, but still, I mean, as a rookie, he had 31 home runs and 90 RBIs as a rookie. To me, that's crazy. I mean, he was an all-star, and he wasn't the only Rangers. He wasn't just there because the Rangers are bad. I mean, Joey Gallo made the all-star game, I'm pretty sure, because he was having a good start to the season. So, Luis Garcia, I just think it's not the AL Rookie of the Year class wasn't super impressive. For a while, I thought it would be Wander Franco. I don't think he played enough games for me.
I think I'm looking at Luis Garcia's numbers.
I didn't even know he was having that good of a year until the playoffs, to be honest.
For a Rookie of the Year candidate, as a pitcher, they really aren't that impressive to me.
Right. I mean, it seems, I don't know. I feel like they're just really weak.
Yeah, also 2020. I mean,
right. It's weird.
ERA. He had a 5 expected ERA. A 5.0.
Oh, What did he finish with, like a 330 or something this year?
Finished with a 334, so or 330 flat, but
right. Well, the thing is, it's just a weird. I think Adolis Garcia.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Arozarena gets it.
I think Arozarena will get it. I think he will.
Even taking into account the games that he's played over his career. These other guys aren't then like this is also weak compared to the NL.
It's weak, right? I think the NL's got some really good guys. I think the NL is going to be close. Everybody said I think there's a clear cut. There's supposed to be
played 141 games this year and 118 games last year. He's played 42 games outside of this year. 274 average, 20 home runs, a 128 weighted record plus. And if you take in mind Franco at 127.
You see a 20? Did you see he had 20 home runs this year?
Arozarena did.
See, that seems weird because it seems weird, and it's tough to say this just because we only have to take account this regular season. But I mean, he had half of that in the postseason alone last year in 2020, which makes you feel like, well, I feel like he could have done better.
28 career home runs. So I think he had 8 like in the postseason last year.
Right.
Yeah, I just give it to him because. This one's tough for me because it's not tough in the way that everyone's good. It's kind of tough in the way that everyone's like.
It's not super impressive.
Yeah.
I think the driving force for me, Adolis Garcia was an all-star. I think that's pretty cool as a rookie. He even stole 16 bases, which isn't like a huge amount, but I didn't know that he actually was a base stealer. So I'm going to give it to Garcia. He won't win it. He's not going to win it, but I think he deserves a little bit of recognition. Mm-hmm. NL rookie there. Okay. I'm gonna say I think a lot of people are saying Jonathan India. I think you're gonna say John. No, you don't think so? I think it should definitely be Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers finished with a 2.6 ERA. Which to me, I had no idea. I knew he was having a great season. I didn't know he was sub 3 though.
I think being a rookie pitcher in the league is one of the hardest.
For sure.
A rookie pitcher, I feel like being a rookie just a rookie pitcher is just. It seems like if you're just going onto a mound, say you're facing the Braves and.
Right.
I mean.
Or the Blue Jays.
You're a 20-year-old going against 30-year-old Aaron Judge, right? Like.
Right.
Who's
especially for Trevor Rogers is a lefty, and I mean. And this might not do much, but there's a whole lot of really good right-handed hitters, and the league is almost run by right-handers at this point. So, and yeah, he plays in Miami. Miami has the best uniforms in baseball right now.
That's the White Sox Southside, yeah.
Well, okay. Well, the Southside jerseys, the City Connect, whatever they're called, the White Sox ones are probably the second best jerseys in baseball. The first ones are the Marlins City Connect jerseys.
I'm not a fan.
Well, they're really similar. They're both pinstripe. They're both like dark colors with white pinstripes. I like them both, but I like the Marlins better. But yeah, Trevor Rogers made an all-star game. He had 10 Ks through 9, which is really good
for a rookie.
For a rookie, that's unbelievable to be honest. I mean, that's only 2 less than Cy Young, Corbin Burns. So, and he pitched 133 innings. He played a pretty long period of time this year, so it's not just like 40 innings for a 2.6 ERA. He played a full season. I think I like Jonathan India though. He had a really good year.
He did. But
if the Reds had better pitching, they probably could have been a playoff team.
I want to actually look at. I don't know if this is true, but did India fall off a bit?
I think he did.
You start talking about the next one, but I'll look at this.
Okay. We'll go to managers of the year. So we got AL and NL. Managers of the year are always weird because to me, I feel like it's always clear cut who's going to win it, and it's not always the person who had the best man or the best record. And this year, I think it definitely will be, but it's not always that way.
Okay.
National League, go ahead.
Jonathan India. April through July, 292 with 8 home runs.
Yeah, he was 8 home runs, but yeah.
And then August through October, 226.
Yeah, there you go.
But with 14 home runs.
So
the slugging's up there, but
it's a trade-off. I would take the average though.
But 103 weighted run created plus. August through October, 116. The rest of the year, so basically after the All-Star, before the All-Star break, 126, and after one. So it wasn't a big difference, but there was a little bit of a drop.
Right, you can tell the drop. I mean, the batting average dropped by like.
But the slugging up,
slugging went up by a lot. Yeah, so
run like every other day. It seemed like.
Right. One time. Yeah, he was well now, but I feel like in a Reds offense, what's more valuable to them would be the average because they have Castellanos and Winker. They don't need a whole lot of home runs. Okay, I'm gonna start with NL for manager of the year. There are some good options. I like Mike Schultz. To me, it's weird that he got fired. It was apparently just because
I feel like maybe they didn't really go far in the playoffs.
Well, right. Yeah, that's one case.
Did they even make a playoffs? They did, right?
Right. They played the Dodgers in the wild card.
Yeah. I feel like
but
it's like 2 first-round exits in a row. I don't know.
Right. I mean, they played 2 tough teams. It's tough to play the Dodgers in a 1-game wild card. And last year they played the Padres, who were the hottest team in baseball at the time.
They did, though. Cardinals, they went on like an 18-game win streak.
17, I think.
They were super hot going into the game. I mean, it was like tied 1-1 in the 8th, and then they hit the walk-off, right?
It's Chris Taylor. Right. It's Chris Taylor.
Yeah. So, I mean, they were right. They were one play away. They were right there.
But yeah, so I have Schultz coming in second, but Gabe Kapler to me is the NL manager of the year. The Giants roster is not good. They don't have any superstars.
Yeah, you could tell when they got to that playoff series against.
I think
the Braves, right?
Or no, it's Dodgers.
They roster. I feel like just beating the Dodgers all year. I feel like that roster just didn't have enough postseason experience, and I feel like postseason experience is overlooked a lot.
I agree.
He's we're gonna like maybe it's like sometimes teams will sign a guy who's been, maybe he's not the best, but he's been in the postseason for 5 years, and he can run to a young player. Like really, they only have Buster Posey who had been there,
and Brandon Crawford too. That's probably it.
Yeah, and Crawford wasn't there much, but yeah,
right. Brandon Belt was out for that series.
Mm-hmm.
All the other guys didn't have any experience. I don't think it's surprising though. I think a lot of people were surprised when the Dodgers won that series, just because technically they were a wild card team. They had the same record. I mean, Giants had one more win, but they were neck and neck all year. Yes, the Giants beat the Dodgers up during the regular season, but they're still both very good teams. The Dodgers have a better roster.
And that Giants pitching was a little wonky,
Right. I mean, Logan Webb.
I don't know what Bueller.
Right, Bueller got rocked, but yeah.
But, I mean, I think the Dodgers do have the best roster, I believe.
You're right, and they're in a huge market, but I mean, still, Gabe Kapler led the team to 107 wins. They made a move. They got the Chris Bryant trade. It's just hard to pick anybody else because it was so unexpected. It's an easy pick for me for Gabe Kapler, although they didn't make it as far. I don't think David Roberts, is a particularly good manager. I think he's in a similar boat to Aaron Boone. I don't think it's Aaron Boone's fault that the Yankees are bad. I also don't think it's Dave Roberts who's the reason that the Dodgers are so good. I think they're both just there because you need to have a manager position. But otherwise, it's kind of the players that do the work. And in the Yankees' case, the players don't do the work. So. But yeah, give it to Gabe Kapler for me. Do you have the same pick or no?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. AL Manager of the Year. I went with Scott Servais because the Mariners, like the Giants, they didn't have nearly the same record, but the Mariners were right there. They could have been a playoff team if AL wildcard didn't have like 590 win teams. I expected Kyle Lewis to come in and be the best player on the team this year. He had an off year, and he ended up getting hurt towards the end of the year.
He was hurt.
The Mariners are not the Mariners. The Mariners just aren't good. Their pitching was bad. They had Kikuchi. I think they had another guy who had a pretty solid year, but besides that, just really wasn't good. They really stepped it up at the end of the year. They had like 10 games towards the end of the year where it seemed like they just getting clutch hit after clutch hit. And they were crawling towards a playoff spot, but Unfortunately, they did not get it. Still, I think he deserves the AL Manager of the Year because I thought the Mariners were going to finish in 4th place, to be honest. So,
yeah, and I mean, last week I thought they were going to make a wild card spot.
Right, that was your pick too.
That team was not projected to do anything. I mean, who was their second pitcher?
It was Kikuchi. Kikuchi had a good year. I mean,
who was their first? I know the name. I'm blanking.
I got you.
Who's their one pitcher?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Let me see. What is going on?
Oh, Mitch Haniger too. Oh, it was Marco Gonzalez, right?
Right, Marco Gonzalez. Okay. He had a pretty good year.
But I mean, then they picked up Castillo. They gave away Graveman, who Graveman kind of choked in that World Series.
Right. Well, he was good with the Astros, but then in the playoffs, he kind of choked.
Toro, that was a great pickup.
Did they trade for Diego Castillo? Or did they sign him?
They did from the Rays.
Yeah, okay. I love that pickup. Diego Castillo is really good.
Jake Fraley had a great year. Ty France had a great year.
Sure.
So,
Dylan Moore had some clutch hits for them, too.
I mean, really, Marco Gonzalez had a pretty good. None of these guys looked like they were going to have a great year. Like,
I agree.
Graveman was dog. He was horrible last year.
Right, Graveman. I think the Yankees should go after Graveman in the offseason. I'd love that.
Did the Astros offer a qualifying offer? He might have rejected.
I don't remember. Well, Correa declined his qualifying offer today. And apparently it's like a done deal with the Tigers. So that's
I've seen that deal since like April.
That's been there forever, yeah. Eduardo Rodriguez signed with the Tigers too a couple hours ago, so that's something.
Yeah,
it's been him and Andrew Heaney, and I think that's really
2 years. I'm gonna be a little worried about the Tigers.
Yeah, I agree. But like in 2 years, maybe 3. I don't know. I mean,
no, I think 2. I mean, who knows? Who's their prospect guy?
Torkelson.
Yeah,
and then the pitcher Casey Mize. Those are their 2 big guys. Right?
I mean, Mize has been up. Mize has looked good.
He's shown flashes of potential.
Mize has looked good in games, but there's just spots where he just looks like a 4th grader pitching.
He looks like a rookie. I mean,
worse than sometimes it looks like I could do better. Like, I mean, there was times that he would let up like 8 runs in an inning, like
right.
I mean, then there's times he would look like a Cy Young. You go like 6 scoreless.
Right.
He's very inconsistent, but he's gonna figure it out. So.
All right. So, what you want to transition to the All MLB teams?
Oh yeah. Let me pull that up. Actually, I got it up. Let's make my ballot right now. I don't have.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do too. All right, sweet. Voting is open. Ooh, Ryan Mountcastle's in there.
All right, you want to start with first? Let's just go down the list.
Right, first base: Abreu, Freeman, Guerrero.
You want me like screen share just so like?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna actually post the video to this. I might just make it audio. So, I have it pulled up. So.
Okay. So first base, I think that's Freddie Freeman. I don't know. What am I thinking? Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Sorry.
Yeah, Vlad.
No, Freddie.
Freddie had a really good year though. He had another really nice year. Yuli Gurriel, 319 average. That's unexpected. If Max Muncy didn't end up getting hurt, I think he would have definitely been in the running. Even then, 30
for the Dodgers.
36 and 94 still. So
that Muncy and Kershaw blow. But
Alonso had 37 and 90. I didn't know that Alonso was hitting that well either.
But yeah, I have to go Vladimir Guerrero.
Jeez.
Second base.
I didn't realize how many guys had a good year. I didn't know Olsen had almost 40 and 110. Yeah. All right.
Second base is Simeon.
Simeon, yep.
I really want the White Sox to go for him. The White Sox drafted him. Shortstop.
I think Marcus Simeon is going to sign with the Dodgers. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
I think he will, just because they have.
You said Seager Yankees, right?
Seager Yankees, yeah. That's where he's going.
Who's their shortstop now? The Yankees, Torres.
It's Torres, but he's a terrible shortstop. So move him over to second. Put DJ. at first.
I would think that the Yankees would go for a first baseman.
Oh, maybe DJ could do it.
But then I was thinking, I saw something that like if Freeman doesn't resign, then the Yankees are gonna go for him.
But they're gonna go after him. They're gonna try and trade for Olsen, but they might need to give up like Jason.
I would rather have for the Yankees like a power hitting left-handed first baseman. So like Freeman, maybe I don't know. Would Rizzo do great for the Yankees?
He was doing better with the Yankees than he was with the Cubs, but I mean Freddie Freeman's better than Anthony Rizzo. So we can move on to shortstop. Tim Anderson. No.
I want to say Correa, but I also want to say Seager, but he did not play many games.
I want to say Trey Turner. Trey Turner had a really good year. Brandon Crawford had a good year, unexpected. Nicky Lopez had a really good year, just like pure batting.
I mean, Nicky Lopez didn't play many games though.
That's true. Nicky Lopez, one of my older friends, she's in college. Like her boyfriend is friends with Nicky Lopez, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, Nicky Lopez is from Chicago.
That's cool. All right, let's see.
Third baseman, Yohan Moncada.
You can't deselect someone? Yohan Moncada. You're insane. Austin Riley. It has to be Austin Riley. He had such a good year.
Dude. Moncada.
Are you insane?
I know there's bias, but
you're right, because Yohan Moncada had more stolen bases than Austin Riley, so I think Yohan Moncada should win it.
Me too. But I think he just got really unlucky, Moncada. And I mean, there was like a stretch for like 2 weeks. I thought he was going to make the Hall of Fame.
Honestly.
And then there's a stretch where he looked like he didn't know where the ball was. And then there's a stretch on defense where he looked like he was planning to go. And then there was stretches on defense. So he was just inconsistent. But yeah.
I think, honestly,
he's a Hall of Famer.
Gio Urshela actually might be the third baseman of the year if we're using this logic.
Okay. Yasmani Grandal.
No.
Salvador Perez, I'm going to punch you through the screen.
What do you mean? Salvador Perez had so much better of a year.
If you look at the defense, man, Salvador Perez is asshole. Dude, like, I cannot stand Salvador Perez. I mean, maybe.
But he had the best year, though.
He just makes me want to. I'm
taking Buster Posey over Grandal, too.
There's anger in me when I hear his name.
I'm taking Zunino. I'm taking Zunino over Yasmani Grandal. I'm taking Buster Posey over Yasmani Grandal.
I'm taking Yasmani Grandal. Designated hitter.
I'm taking Salvador Perez. I'm almost taking Wilson Contreras over Yasmani Grandal, but he's not that good.
I'm going to slap you tomorrow.
I'm
going to drown you in the pool. Be careful.
You're going to drown me in the pool.
I'll put you under that middle thing.
Designated hitter Giancarlo Stanton had just such a great.
Shohei Ohtani,
easy. No explanation. Outfield. I'm going to start off by saying Aaron Judge absolutely deserves a spot. Where is he?
Juan Soto.
There he is. Aaron Judge gets one for sure.
Juan Soto, Aaron Judge.
If you say Tyler O'Neill, I'm going to say
Adam Duvall.
Adam Duvall
had such a good when he went back to the Braves. Oh, let me look at his splits. I swear he had like 20 home runs.
You're not picking Bryce Harper?
Holy shit. Did I really forget that?
Yes. Jesse Winker had a really good year, too.
I didn't see Castellanos, too. Okay, sorry. Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, and Bryce Harper. My bad. Sorry.
Castellanos had a great year. Dude, that Reds outfield is nice. Yeah, we get 5 starting pitchers. Wow.
Okay. I'm going to take...
Walker Buehler. Corbin Burns for sure. We already talked about Burns.
Hold on. Scherzer.
I really want to take Kevin Gausman, but
Scherzer.
Why is Ohtani in here? That makes me mad. Don't take Ohtani. You're insane. Robbie Ray, Scherzer.
So I'm gonna take Cease, Burns,
Wheeler.
Cease, Burns, Scherzer.
Why is Dylan Cease in here? He had a 4 ERA.
Bro, you obviously have not watched the Masterful when he's like insane the first 2 innings, but then like he somehow hangs a slider and then lets him home run, then he loses all his confidence.
I remember when Dylan Cease.
So I'm gonna pick him so he gets his confidence up.
I remember when Dylan Cease pitched in the Yankees White Sox game and ended up running up.
Remember the first 2 innings? He struck out like 5 in the first 2 innings.
Remember when Liam Hendricks is owned by Aaron Judge?
Ooh, I don't care.
Liam Hendricks versus the Yankees is basically Andrew
Okay, I'm taking Burns, Cease.
Give me Freddie Peralta. Freddie Peralta had a really good year. I love Freddie Peralta. He's awesome. And now we get
actually, I'm taking away
two relievers. Aroldis Chapman is not one of them.
And Josh Hader, the two that won.
Right.
Reliever of the year. But
I'm gonna be unbiased. I'm picking Johnny Lasagna. Jonathan Loaizaga had a really good year. Jonathan Loaizaga had a better ERA than Liam Hendricks. And
you want to look at the strikeout? Hendricks almost had double the strikeouts.
Liam Hendricks is a closing pitcher. Jonathan Loaizaga is not a closing pitcher.
I don't care. Okay.
He's a long reliever. He had more innings than Liam Hendricks.
Let's review our picks.
No. Wait, let me get my other one in. I don't know who to pick. Garrett Whitlock had a 1.9 ERA. Okay. I'll give it to Josh Hader. I'm not picking Liam Hendricks.
Oh, I'll say my team, then you can say yours.
All right, cool.
At first base, we have Vladimir Guerrero. Second base, Marcus Semien. Third base, Yohan Moncada. As shortstop, Trey Turner. At the catching position, Yasmani Grandal. At the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. In the outfield, Harper, Judge, and Soto. The starting rotation, that's Burns, Cease, Peralta, Ray, and Scherzer. And my bullpen is Hader and Hendricks. So 4 White Sox on there if you're counting, but
I have 0 White Sox.
Okay, that's okay. Now name yours.
Vlad, Semien, Turner, Riley, Perez, Ohtani, Harper, Judge, Soto, Burns, Peralta, Ray, Scherzer, Wheeler, Hader, Loaizaga. That's the team. You can't stop me. It won't let me pick another guy, which is really annoying, but that's all right. Can I deselect him? Oh, you can. Okay. I accidentally clicked Tim Anderson, but I'm gonna unclick him and put it on Trey Turner.
It's okay. You don't need to hurt me like that.
Too late.
Yeah, those are my picks. So yeah.
Your picks are wrong, but that's all right. I'm not actually gonna submit mine because I don't want to put in all that.
Yeah, me too. I hate that you need to put it in.
Like, why can't I just submit it? All right. Is there anything else you were interested in talking about? Not really.
2022 World Series champions.
Oh, my prediction. I said Cardinals over Blue Jays in 6.
Cardinals.
Or no. My bad. Blue Jays over Cardinals in 6.
Cardinals no World Series.
If Robbie Ray does not resign with the Blue Jays, then my pick is absolutely thrown out the window. But if Robbie Ray resigns,
those are 2 teams that I don't see making the playoffs.
Blue Jays offense is too good to miss the playoffs. But Marcus Semien is leaving. That's my dark horse pick. My realistic pick
is White
Yankees
Sox
over Dodgers in 4.
White Sox over Braves, just like I picked last year.
Yankees over Dodgers in 4.
But we're going with the same pick as last year. We were probably here 1 year ago, but
give me Dodgers. Padres over Astros in 7. That's my pick.
Padres.
I think the Padres are going to bounce back. Clevenger's probably coming back.
Under 500.
The key is Mike Clevenger. Let's be honest. Yeah, Mike Clevenger.
Oh, he's been hurt for so long.
Mike Clevenger is going to come back. He's going to have a Cy Young caliber season, probably. And the Padres are going to finish as a wild card team. The Giants are missing the playoffs. Get that out of here. Giants aren't going to finish with like 82 wins next year. I promise you.
Padres I don't know how you see them making them.
Padres are going 162. That's going to be their record. 100 wins, 62 losses, and they're going to take down the Astros in 7. Astros, the Yankees, ALCS in 7. The Yankees are going to win the wild card game, face the White Sox in the ALDS. We're going to go to a game, and the Yankees are going to win.
See that in the that black thing right there?
Maybe. Yeah.
That was the towel from the playoff.
The playoff series that they lost to the Astros.
They actually won that game, but
not the series. All right.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, make sure
we'll get EC on here.
What's it called? Grand Slam Studios, right?
Best channel on YouTube.
Follow the Instagram. Yeah, great channel.
Follow Max Zangan's YouTube channel, even though there's nothing on it.
Rookie awards are actually on now.
Are they really?
I just got a notification. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Right, just so you know, this is being made before that. So
yeah, we'll made before it. It'll hopefully get posted the same day, but we'll see. All right, y'all. Peace.
Yeah. See ya. Thanks for having me.